1, 2, 3.
Don't stop, never give up. Hold your head high and reach the top. Let the world see what you have got. Bring it all back.
Hey besties, I hope everyone is having an amazing week. So in today's video, we're going to try this string wall art trend. The first thing I did was grab an image offline that I wanted, something that was clear, crisp, and sharp. I like the whole geometric type of vibe, so I looked for an image that had that and then copied it down onto a scrap piece of paper. After I did that, I then found a poster that was the same size as the size that I want the map to be, and I just laid some scrap piece of paper on top of that and cut it out around the size of the poster. Now keep in mind, in today's video I'm only using things that I had laying around the house, nothing that I had to go outside and buy. So if you can go outside and buy a lot of this, like a large paper roll versus just using scrap pieces of paper, it might be a little bit easier for you, but it's just with quarantine, I'm not trying to leave my house as much. So it's forcing me to get creative with the things that I have in the home. Okay, so once I have traced out the stencil of the map, I'm now going to take my map photo and convert it into a larger image on the spare piece of paper. This is going to be a little hard for me to explain, but what I did was I divided the piece of paper into 4 different columns and 3 different rows, and I did the same thing on the larger piece of paper. Then I went out and I traced each part of the outline that was in that specific block, if that makes sense. So now it's time to line up that paper to the wall. I just wanted to line it up just to see where, make sure it's actually in the center of my living room. Spoiler alert, it was not in the center of my living room, but at the end of the day we made it work. So now I'm just going back over it with a larger Sharpie marker so that I can actually see the lines that I drew from the small outline piece of paper. My next step is to use carpet tacks. Well, that's what I use. You can use nails. I just like to use carpet tacks because they're smaller, but use those to actually outline the drawing of the world map that you just drew. Keep in mind, this will take a lot of time and it will be banging, you will be banging on the walls for about like 3 hours, so make sure you do this throughout the day. And this is not that renter friendly, but if you do want a renter friendly option, what you can do is just use a piece of poster board or a piece of wood to do this same idea, and then just use that wooden panel to hang it up on your wall. So that way you don't have to worry about all of these nails in your wall. It's just that I didn't want the wood board background type of vibe for this. Once you have tacked the whole outline onto your wall, go ahead and remove the background paper. Just cut around it and remove that. We won't need that anymore. Once you have all the tacks up, you'll be able to see the entire outline of the map. Okay, so for our last step, you're going to take a piece of string, tie it into a knot, and then use the loop of the knot to attach to the end or the head of the carpet tag. Once you've done that, you then use that piece of string to outline the entire area. Now, once you've went around the entire continent, island, whatever area you're actually looking at, I think this might be Madagascar that I'm working on. Once you've outlined that area, you then take that string and go on the inside. So you don't go around in a circle, you just kind of go around in a random pattern to kind of fill up the middle of the area. For example, the Madagascar section that we're working on right now. And that is it. There you have it. It's super simple, super easy. This whole wall took me about 2 days to do. The longest part was installing the tacks, but I loved it. I love the way it turned out, and I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.